Hey guys, Bearded Movie Buff here, back with another video for you to enjoy on my YouTube channel. Thanks for checking it out. As you can tell based on the title for this video, this is going to be a continuation of my previous video that I recently uploaded, where I simply discussed the elements of the recent Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker trailer that I really liked. Now, that video wasn't meant to be a trailer breakdown video, even though ultimately that's what it ended up being. I simply just wanted to discuss my favorite parts and favorite elements, things that I liked about the trailer. However, after uploading that video and making all the edits and everything, I realized that there was more that I wanted to discuss, more I wanted to say, and I completely forgot to mention some things. So instead of going back and editing the video all over again and filming new footage, I just decided it would be easier to make a second video. So here we are. Let's talk about Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, Part 2. So the trailer featured a lot of our main characters that we have grown to love or enjoy, including Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron. Now, Poe has kind of a new look going on in this trailer. In fact, he looks a little like Nathan Drake from Uncharted 3. The outfit is very similar. Just wanted to point that out, even though I'm sure most of you watching this video have already recognized this and made that similarity connection. But yeah, I'm very happy to see, obviously, our main trio. And for right now, I'm happy to see that Rose is absent in this movie, or at least she was absent in this trailer. Now, please, before you jump down my throat for saying that, I am not a sexist. I'm not out to discriminate, movie characters just because of race or nationality, gender, whatever it may be. I just genuinely didn't like the character of Rose in Episode 8. I thought she was just awful, and it's no fault of the actress herself. It's Rian Johnson. It's his script. It's his story. It's how he wrote the character of Rose and how he wrote all of the female characters. I mean, I know that Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy were all about having strong female characters, but look at how they wrote all those female characters. These characters that were supposed to be so strong ended up just being awful, poorly written, and a really bad example of strong, independent women. But that's my thing with Rose. I just really did not like her character, especially when she prevented Finn from saving everyone, all because she just wanted, a chance to get with him, and it was ridiculous. So as of now, I'm happy to see that she is either not in this movie or at least wasn't in this first teaser trailer. It was interesting to see in this new trailer, BB-8 now has a new friend. So a sidekick for the sidekick, and it's even smaller than he is. It's like the droids are getting smaller and smaller. One other element of the trailer that I briefly want to talk about, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my video, the trailer reaction video, was the moment where we witness Leia and Rey embrace. It's a very emotional embrace. They are crying, and no doubt this will be a very emotional moment for the audience in the theater as well, once we witness that scene and or other scenes with Carrie Fisher in it. As we all know, we lost Carrie Fisher a couple years back, and she will obviously no longer be able to film Star Wars movies or even make cameos. Now, J.J. Abrams has mentioned that she will be in this movie thanks to them using unused footage of her from Episode 7. So they're essentially taking deleted Princess Leia scenes and throwing them into this movie and building her character and or her story arc around those unused scenes, those deleted scenes. Now, this is not something new for the Star Wars universe. As we know, they did this same thing for Rogue One. They used unused and or deleted scenes of Rogue Leader and other pilots from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and threw them into the battle scene in Rogue One. Now that was something I think a lot of us weren't really expecting prior to seeing Rogue One, and so it definitely took me by surprise in a good way, and it put a big smile on my face from ear to ear. It was very cool seeing those actors and that footage intertwined into a new modern Star Wars movie. So who knows how big of a role Carrie Fisher will have in this new movie. Even though it's based on the amount of unused footage they have, I still kind of hope she will have a bigger part than she did in the previous movie. One other thing I'd like to talk about briefly before this video goes on any longer is I wanted to continue talking about my theories of Emperor Palpatine and his return. Now, in my previous video, I simply mentioned the fact that within the Star Wars books and Star Wars lore, Palpatine has made multiple clones of himself. I also mentioned that in recent video games such as Battlefront 2, Palpatine has made a return. Now, by me mentioning those things in my previous video, that does not mean those were my only theories and those were the only things I feel they can do to bring him back in this new movie. I have another theory, which I will talk about in a second, but I still also don't want to neglect those other theories, the theory of Palpatine having clones and whatnot, because they could still be used, as we have seen in Solo, a Star Wars story. Disney is trying to integrate extended and expanded Star Wars lore into these recent Star Wars movies. Obviously, a good example would be the return of Darth Maul. If you haven't been watching Clone Wars or keeping up with the books or graphic novels and you're just watching the Star Wars movies, you wouldn't necessarily know that Darth Maul comes back. It would just be a surprise once you got to that moment in the Solo movie that Darth Maul is back and there's no real explanation for you. So because they have used Darth Maul and brought him back within the film universe of Star Wars, I definitely wouldn't put it past them if they decide to mention Palpatine and his clones. That's still a possibility. There's a 50-50 chance of that happening. But my other theory is this. We have to keep in mind and we have to remember that in Episode 3, Palpatine had a conversation with Anakin at the opera about the wise and great Darth Plagueis. Now, Darth Plagueis, as he mentioned, was an amazing master who had the ability to stop people from dying and keep people from death. Now, we also learned that Darth Sidious was Darth Plagueis' apprentice. We also know already that Darth Sidious is Palpatine. Darth Sidious apparently killed Darth Plagueis in his sleep. So, with Palpatine / Sidious being Plagueis' apprentice, what's to stop him from having learned or knowing of the secret of not dying or keeping people from dying? You know, if Sidious / Palpatine truly was the apprentice of Darth Plagueis, there is a very good chance Palpatine knows how not to die. So who knows how they will explain Palpatine's return, but there are multiple explanations that could be possible and plausible for this movie. What do you guys think about my thoughts? What do you guys think about the trailer? What do you think about my theories? Do you have your own theories on Palpatine? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you are new to this channel and haven't subscribed already, please do so. I would love to have you as subscribers, especially if you're into pop culture, nerdy stuff, entertainment, and movies as a whole. This is the place to be. Give that little bell a ring over there as well, guys. That way you can stay up to date with all my notifications and uploads. This has been Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Let's talk about it, Part 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Nope, wait. There she is.